On today's gear guide, we want to talk about how to set up a slip bobber so it fishes most efficiently. Now, my main line, that's the line that goes from the reel through the rod and down to the swivel I have tied on the line. That's just going to be a plain monofilament. And I think the line choice is really pretty important. What you do not want is a line that sinks. And what happens if you choose like a fluorocarbon or a copolymer that sinks, when the bobber sits out there on the water, the line from the bobber back to the rod tip sinks down below the surface of the water. And that makes it very difficult to pick up the line when you get a hit. You want to pick up that line without disturbing that bobber. You don't want to do anything that's going to make it so that fish can feel that bobber moving. And if you've got this big sunken belly of line below the surface, it's really hard to do that. So just a plain low-cost monofilament is your best bet in this presentation. Now, so what I've got on the line here, this is a VMC lighted slip bobber. This is one that turns on automatically when it hits the water, turns off when you bring it out of the water. It's real nice if you plan to fish past dark. And now below that, I have a 1/8 ounce egg sinker on the line above a small swivel. And now here's where I do things, I switch the line up. The line below that swivel is a lighter pound test than my main line. And the reason I do that is very simple. If something's gonna break, I want it to happen from that swivel down to the hook. That way the slip bobber doesn't get lost out there in the water. Just think to yourself, if you're using this line here is the same strength as the line above the bobber. If it breaks above the bobber, well, you got a problem. You're gonna have to go chase bobbers, and that's just a waste of time. So I've got an 8-pound main line above the bobber, and my leader material is a 6-pound test, and that is tied to a number 6 epoxy resin octopus hook. That's also a VMC. Very light wire, super sharp hook point. So really, in a nutshell, that's all there is to setting up one of these slip bobbers. You can fish them from 3 feet to 30 feet or more. What's really nice about this is it's very versatile. As you move throughout the season, fish are up shallow to start, around opener, they're going to be shallow. Well, you can use the same setup in that situation, or if the fish are out over the top of a 35-foot reef. This presentation will allow you to put a bait, whether it be a leech, a minnow, or a night crawler, exactly where you want it. Just 1.5 feet or 2 foot above the bottom. And as you've seen here today, it's a very deadly presentation for summer walleyes in the upper Midwest.
For additional content related to this video, check out these videos. And don't forget to subscribe to In-Depth Outdoors and Gander Outdoors so you'll never miss a new video.